Fantastic. Okay. So, we are live. I am here. I'm Lisa Castner. I'm the founder and executive editor of Running Wild. And I am here with the incredible Will Carter. And
Thank
we
you.
are here to we're here to talk about the magic behind the stories. So today we're going to focus on Will's incredible memoir. And so with that, I'm just going to jump right into it, if that's okay.
That sounds
Um,
awesome.
cool. So if you would tell us a little bit about your memoir.
Yeah, so Getting Better is the story of really the first 7 months of my recovery after I suffered a brain injury and a stroke as a result of a car accident my senior year of high school.
Mm.
Um, I was driving back from work at Chains Rib Shack at the time, and no drugs or alcohol. I want to make that clear, but they don't know whether I crossed the line, they crossed the line. But in 2007, my 95 Honda Accord was in a head-on collision with a Suburban.
Wow.
And the Accord does not win that battle. So a subdural hematoma, brain injury, stroke in the occipital lobe,
Mm.
seizure, collapsed lung, ruptured spleen. I was in a coma for about 3 weeks.
Wow.
But the real heart of the story is, and this is the thing that this is what makes it for me worth talking about and worth um, really getting out there and trying to bring my story to people. It's the story of how I learned to love myself.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's huge.
yeah, it's this great. It's like I'll say this is that God really put it on my heart to write my story
Mhm.
um, for others, and it took. I actually have a heart condition that I did not know.
Oh.
Uh, yeah, I in grad school I was feeling very lightheaded, and I
Mhm.
started going to the doctor, and then they said, "Oh, come back and see us,"
Hmm.
and then I didn't. Because I
Mm.
left. I graduated grad school, moved on to something else, and then,
Mm.
2018, I go to the doctor, and they're like, "You have half a heartbeat."
Oh
Um,
my.
yeah, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's interesting." Well, no,
Mhm.
first they were like, "Are you an athlete?" And I was like, "No, no, I'm not." Um, uh, I know I have the look, but, no,
Right.
I said, "I am not." And so, they said, "You, need a pacemaker."
Wow.
Um, and when I got my pacemaker put in, I went from a 35 heartbeat to a 70, and
Woo.
then I just felt God say, "Now it's the time to write."
Mm.
And I did my chapters, I made my, like, table of contents, and then every day for a year, I wrote for 30 minutes to an hour.
Huh.
To get this message out, like, because for me, prior to my accident, I was in all APs, I was president of drama club,
Mm.
debate team, Model UN, I was very involved in my church, like, I was going places.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then, after my accident, when I wake up, I'm in a wheelchair, I'm in diapers at first, I can barely
Wow.
remember what happened 5 minutes ago. So yeah, I do not love the person I see in the mirror.
Mm.
Um, and I like to say this is the story of when I said, "I will love myself once I get better,"
Mhm.
to my believing that getting better is right now.
Mm.
That there is nothing external that will make you love yourself. And
Wow.
yeah, and that's like for me, that is the thing, the message that I wanna get out there.
Mm. So, I mean, that's a huge leap to go from, I mean, even just acknowledging that you need to get to the place of loving yourself.
Mhm.
Um, what in those exchanges made you say, "Oh my gosh, you know what? I don't love myself. I need to get there,
Yes.
and and drove you forward?
Well, I think for me, my faith is certainly a part of that. That's a huge
Mm,
part of me and my story. I think the thing is when I realized that getting better is all I wanted.
mhm,
Um, and then I remember my mom once told me, "You're gonna have to grieve." And I
mm.
said, "What?" She said, "You're gonna have to grieve who you were." Um,
Oh.
and I was like, "Ooh, yes." And it was good. It was a good thing to hear, but it's like,
Mm,
you are not that person anymore.
mm,
And I would say this is true of anybody who's had a brain injury or a stroke.
mhm,
Um, like you are someone new.
mhm,
You are not the person of before. And when she said that, it was this like, I realized I needed to start it.
mhm,
Um, I won't lie, there's a little bit of Vonnegut story truth
mm,
in my memoir. It took obviously it took me a little bit longer
mhm,
to
mm,
get there, but I am there now,
mhm,
and I think what that but asking that grieving question was like, oh, whew,
mm,
like, my mom basically saying, "Have you grieved?" It's like,
mm,
"Nope.
mm.
No, because I don't wanna give up that person."
Well, I was gonna ask that, like, how did you get to that place of even acknowledging that you had not grieved the person that you were?
I think what it is that oh, well, I'll use this I'll answer that in a roundabout way, if
Okay.
that's okay. If that's alright, I will
Let's do
use
it.
yeah, I'll go David Foster Wallace.
Mm,
This is
mhm,
water.
mhm,
He says, "We all pray to something.
mhm,
You pray to wealth, you'll always be poor. If you pray to beauty, you'll always be ugly."
mm,
And I think that what I realized is I was praying to my former self, who's also my future self,
hmm.
that I am always disappointed with who I am
Oh, wow.
because I'm chasing something impossible, you know,
Okay. Mhm,
like David Foster Wallace says, and I'll say this for any listener, not a particularly religious person,
mhm.
um, but I think it is such a profound truth. Like if those out there have not read This Is Water, obviously you need to buy Getting Better and everything in Running Wild's catalog. And then go and read This Is Water.
Mm.
Um,
Which is
but
brilliant, by the way. This is Water is brilliant. I'm just putting that acknowledgement out there, as is Getting Better, but
thank you. Thank you.
yes.
I will accept that company. Thank you. Thank you. No, this is water is it is for me that was a mind shift, you
Mm,
know. And I think for me like that is what I had to come to
mhm,
is this is water. This is, this is who I am.
mhm,
And I think the other thing that I would say the message
mm,
that I would get out is I had to it is the story of learning to rejoice,
mhm,
in my suffering.
mm.
Um, you know,
Is it
that
more is it more like, sorry for,
Go ahead.
so you're, I don't know how many people watching, and, so when I was 9 years old, I actually died on the operating table,
Mm,
twice. So I'm familiar with that need of it's almost like an acknowledgement of um for me it was like F it, right? I the person I was just simply doesn't exist anymore
Mhm.
in physicality. And it's in that acceptance of um, what what's present is that was where I found not just self acceptance, but a self acknowledgement in many
Mhm.
ways. What was it? Was that the kind of evolution that you experienced?
Yeah. I think it was that acknowledgement, but it was this, uh, I can truly dance in who I am,
Mm,
um, and there is, the end of, getting better, and I realize, um, I was like, "Oh, you know what? I think I was influenced by the mountain goats." When I was writing the end because, I think I just took a mountain goat's line
mhm.
unintentionally, um, for the lawyers listening, but I am just so proud to be alive.
Mm,
Um, I am so grateful to be me, and I think what happened is gratitude. Uh,
mm,
because the day it's funny because the day after my accident,
mhm.
I was scheduled to retake the SAT.
Oh, no way. Wow.
Yeah. So I had been doing because the dream for the longest time was to go to Wake Forest and
Mhm,
major in international relations. That was the
mhm,
dream. And I had been doing SAT tutoring to get my math score up like any good writer.
mhm.
My reading was good, math not so much.
Mm,
So I had been doing this tutoring and tutoring and tutoring and really working and working and working,
mhm.
and then right before I'm supposed to take it, I'm in this accident.
Wow.
And, I think the thing is, like, the realization of purpose.
Mhm,
It's like, okay, I have so much gratitude to be alive, I have so much gratitude to be here, so much
mhm,
gratitude to have the family that I have, like, they're all throughout the book, like,
mm,
amazing family, but is like there is this feeling of like, "Okay, I worked so hard for this singular." Frankly, I'm not throwing this at anybody, this is not a judgment call on anyone, I'm throwing this at myself,
mhm,
selfish purpose of success,
mm,
and
mm,
then what God has really done is, like, I mean, I by
mm,
embracing who I am, I'm
mhm,
able to help others embrace who they are.
mhm,
Like my students, um, I am able to reach them,
mhm,
like, because of the clinical depression,
mm,
that I received post-accident, something common for brain injury survivors.
mhm,
I talk about that, and I've had students go seek help
mm,
because they're like, "I never had anyone tell me that they struggle with depression."
mm.
They're like they're my professor. Like, I've never heard
Right,
and
yeah. Wow.
and but it's like it's that kind of like it is like that purpose that
Mhm,
comes from loving and acknowledging yourself,
mm,
because we chase purpose often to make us love ourselves.
mm, hmm,
Like, "Oh, once I get this success or once I get this or that,
mm,
once I write the book, you know,
mhm,
but
Once
it's
I get an A, once
yes,
I, yeah. Mhm.
but once you have given that up
Mhm.
and truly are like, "Okay, I love myself," um, then you don't need that kinda stuff,
Right.
you know?
Wow. Yeah. Wow, that's a great point.
Well, thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Um, and I want to take this just a quick moment to invite anyone who's watching. Please feel free. You're more than welcome to submit any kind of questions to Will through the comments section of whatever venue you are currently watching. And if you're watching the recording of this, then please feel free to go ahead and pop any kind of question that you may have in the comments section. Again, we do actually monitor these, and I will make sure that those questions are then received by Will so that he can respond to them.
I
Um,
welcome them,
no,
yes.
no, no, go ahead. Go, go.
No, I was just gonna say, please, I welcome them.
Mm.
Super happy to have anybody answer any questions at all.
And which is one amazing,
Thank you.
incredibly generous of you.
Of course,
Um,
absolutely.
Now, what kind of an emotional ride can a reader expect when reading this memoir, and what's that final lesson or that final moment that you leave the reader with?
Well, I would definitely say it's an emotional ride. I think
Mm,
what I really love, hearing from people, I, had a friend of mine. We actually became friends because he was a guy I know from church, and then he
mm,
had saw me at a book signing,
mhm,
and then he got my book. He got Getting Better, and then he's like, "I wanna take you out for breakfast." He had lost his wife,
oh my.
but he said, and this is this speaks to the emotional journey.
Mhm,
He said, "I loved how real you were
mm,
with how hard it was. I loved how you were vulnerable and honest," and so that you can
mhm,
expect that it is the hard parts are hard,
mhm,
right? And I truly deal with what it's like to deal with depression,
mm,
what it's like to, struggle with who you are,
mhm,
and then I think the emotional journey, to me, I mean, you get to that cinematic moment, and I don't wanna give away the end, but
mm.
I also wanna give away the end.
Okay.
Um, because, well, it's about the journey, I'm here
Mm,
now, I am, I'm a professor at Kennesaw State, I'm a lecturer over there. So it's not like, I got in some ways I got better,
mhm,
but it is the idea of that at the end, I want people to know, like, I had I have a movie moment that happened to me,
mm.
which is I went to Roswell High School, which was, I think we'd say about it was over 2,000 students there.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was a big high school,
Mhm,
and, uh, when I graduated, the stadium was full,
mm,
and when I limped across that graduation stage, I
mm.
turned around and there was a standing ovation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from my class and from the people in the stands,
Wow. Oh my
and
goodness.
yeah, and so I was like I didn't say at the time, "This will make a great book," but I was like, it was that thing of like, "Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This marks the journey." And so that we get to that place, but it is
Mm,
I will, you will go through, the dark, but I think the
mm,
other thing that I am happy that others saw, and
mhm,
maybe you can speak to as an author yourself,
mhm,
I am glad that my humor resonated, because I don't know about you, there's some times where I'm like, "This is making me laugh." I I hope it does the same, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird. It's a story of a guy who has a brain injury and a stroke
Mm.
and is in a coma, wakes up, and there's a lot of jokes. There's a lot of humor because, well, I mean, that's how we process.
Right.
And none of it is forced. It is all like the humor of the moment,
Mm.
you know.
Mhm.
But I think like that's the thing is like what I would tell readers is like I am gonna take you on an emotional roller coaster.
Mhm.
There are gonna be there are gonna be deep lows, and then there are gonna be these high highs.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I want them to feel that they are gonna be safe
Mm.
with me, that I am going to guide them through.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think
Oh,
that's very true. Absolutely.
thank you.
Um, so was there a point of the memoir that you felt is that you it was especially hard to actually write?
Hmm. Yeah, I think this is gonna sound weird.
Okay.
Well, no, because it is the not the moment of the memoir. It is actually the introduction
Oh, okay. Interesting.
because I guess I struggled with my memoir because like I said, I felt God telling me I needed to write this, and I felt it for years and years.
Mm, mm, mhm,
Um, and I think one of my biggest struggles outside of the insecurity and the feeling of who wants to read this, who's going to care,
mhm,
is
mhm,
like, you know, brain injury and coma drugs.
mm,
I I have flashes of memory. I
mm,
think I say, wisps of color.
mm,
And I think what the hardest thing was giving myself permission
mhm.
to tell what is my story, but may not be the objective truth.
I see.
No lying. There's no
Yeah.
intentional distortion or anything.
Mhm.
No million little pieces moments. But, to be fair, I wanna make that clear.
Yeah, yeah.
But I I know because of the way my memory functions as I've been told that I have memories that I've been told by my mom are
Mhm.
wrong.
Oh, okay. Huh.
I have a memory of, and now this is so weird because I don't even know how this would be possible, but I have a
Mhm.
memory of a woman of like, "Oh, your accident was right near my house, and I prayed with you, and I was with you." I've been
Okay.
told by my mom that that person does not exist,
Oh. Oh my.
but
Huh.
yes, but I have this memory, and I've talked with other brain injury and stroke survivors, and they talk about this too,
Mhm.
that we have these memories, and it is as clear as any of my other memories,
Okay.
but I've been told it's inaccurate, that did
Mm,
not happen. And I think what I had to say is my truth of this story
mhm.
is a valid truth worth telling.
Okay.
And that was hard,
Mm,
but I think once I got over that hump,
mhm.
it flowed so much better
Oh, okay.
because I
Do
gave myself permission,
mm.
you
Do you
know.
feel do you feel as though it's, like moments like those, I typically associate with, like, it's our own processing, right?
Mhm.
It's like dreamscapes,
Mhm.
right? It's your brain saying, okay, let me figure out how to organize this, process it, structure it, and then what helps to create the context of um, what the end game or the lessons would be, if that
Mhm.
makes sense. Do you feel as though that woman is like a representation of that?
I think, like, in that moment,
Mhm.
that memory, I have a peace,
Mm,
um, that it was gonna be okay.
mm,
And it's not a peace that I held on to,
mhm,
but I remember it in that moment. That, again, is not a moment. It is my brain, absolutely, it is this working, but I feel like it is God giving me the peace that I needed in that moment
mhm,
to
mm,
keep going, you
mm,
know, because I think I always like to say I have perseverance to a fault.
mhm,
Um,
mm,
why can I wanna give the artist credit, so forgive me, musical artist,
mm,
but there's a great song called, "Break My Bones,"
mhm,
and it became my anthem, and I
mm,
think it's memories like this and moments like this that gave me the peace for this to be my anthem, and it
mhm.
is, "You may break my bones, but you'll never break me,"
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and
Mm,
I think I needed that moment, while
mm,
fabricated by my brain,
mm. Yeah,
to keep going.
yeah.
So
Understood.
absolutely.
Um, wow. So, in terms of your self-discovery, what surprised you the absolutely most while you were actually writing?
I think I think what surprised me, well, one, I was surprised how quickly it came.
Mhm. Oh, okay,
Um,
cool.
I never, and this is I am speak this with humility. I'm not saying that I have the divine inspired word of God or anything,
Mhm,
but I struggle with writer's block. I struggle with an empty page
mm,
all the time.
mhm,
Not this time.
mm.
I never struggled with an empty page.
Wow.
It just flowed out of me,
Mhm,
and I think what I was also surprised is the amount of meaning making that I was able to do without pre-work, if that makes sense. Like,
mhm,
I literally, and this is, I don't give this advice to my students, 'cause, it only worked for me one time,
mhm,
uh, but it's like, yeah, I made my chapter headings, and I just sat down for 30 minutes to an hour a day,
mhm,
and it flowed.
mm,
Um, but what I do tell people is you need it, well, like, I talked to a woman today, and I won't share her business,
mhm,
but let's just say, wow, trauma, 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 and she's out of it, and she's amazing,
mm,
and it's glorious, and I was like, "You have to write your story. You have no idea how powerful it will be for you." And because
mm,
that's the thing that surprised me, is the meaning making I did for myself.
mhm.
How much more my story mattered to me after I wrote it down.
Well, and it's interesting, your memoir, as well as a few of the other memoirs that we've published over the last 10 years,
Mhm.
the big feedback that we get from readers is that um, it the memoir made such a dramatic change in their lives because they didn't realize others had experienced things the same way, right?
Yes.
And
Love
that
to hear.
it's that processing, right, is just so life changing. Um, and I think to your point, that the even if it never, the individual who's been through massive trauma, even if they don't write their memoir, the fact that they know that this is a venue where they can have that self discovery, that there's someone else on the planet who's gone through a similar trauma, and who it's to your point, I think a safe place is magic.
Yes, yes, this is what I do in my class. Sorry.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm fine.
I was teaching today, and they
Mm.
were answering, I was throwing snaps out. Uh, is, I I think that, like, and this is sort of a message that I have stuck with and I put out on
Mhm,
my social media, is, like, my, goal in life, is to make light.
mm,
And I don't think people, because people will say this to me, they'll go, "I can't tell my story, it's not inspirational,"
mhm,
because 'cause they're just struggling, and I'm like, "No, just to know that we're not alone
mhm.
is enough," you know? You don't have like,
Oh,
I s
100.
like,
Yes.
I
Snap.
teach. Thank you. Is I teach, world literature,
Mm,
sometimes, and I'll teach, the theme of my course is madness,
mhm,
which is what it is, of course, in medieval and Renaissance, but then, of course, becomes mental illness
mhm,
once we get into the modern era,
mhm.
and the number of students who talk about the impact of the bell jar,
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yes. Yes.
it's not a happy book.
No.
It's not at all, not a good beach read,
Mm-mm.
but it let them know that they weren't alone.
Mm,
They saw their mental health struggles in Sylvia,
mhm,
and I think it's like a moment like that where you go, "Oh, it doesn't matter."
mm,
I think that was a real light bulb moment for me
mhm,
when I realized, "Oh, I just have to share my truth,
mm,
and it doesn't matter," like, because I think we all think we have to be, the Dalai Lama sometimes as nonfiction writers,
right. Yeah.
and have it all figured out and have all this wisdom to be. No.
Mm-mm.
And I think, like, that was that light bulb moment for me in writing the introduction for my book was,
Mhm.
"Oh, I don't have this all figured out, and I don't really fully know what happened,
Mm,
but I can tell my story,
mhm.
and that's good enough."
Oh, absolutely. Um, and for anyone watching, again, please feel free, pop any questions that you may have into the comments section of whatever venue. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I believe Threads. So lots of opportunities to
Welcome,
interact,
welcome.
exchange. um, so what have you found? Because I know you do a lot of speaking engagements. Um, who do you find falls hardest for this book?
What I find is, I think people who are in the midst of pain,
Mm,
in the midst of struggle. I had a woman who I was talking to who has, epilepsy,
Oof. Yeah.
and she was holding back tears, and
Mm.
I I'm sure you can say this as
Mhm.
well, but it's like, I need people need to realize that
Mm.
authors don't take that for granted at all.
Mm.
There is no part of me that is not floored when somebody is like, "This impacted me."
Oh,
But yeah, same for you?
mhm. Absolutely. And it's actually, how deeply it impacts various people is, uh, just on me personally puts me in awe.
Oh,
Um,
I
so especially with your memoir as well. So,
thank you. Well, it's and that's what I found is the people who are struggling to love themselves, and that can oftentimes be people in trauma, people in
mhm,
pain. I found my aunt, though. My
mm,
aunt said, "I'm getting older.
mhm.
Your book really resonated with me
Oh, okay.
because I really," she's like, I yearn for who I was, you know, back when I had more energy, back when I
Mhm,
had more vitality, um, and that struggle to accept who you are,
mhm,
um, and that's and I think, like, what I hope it does for people is it offers a light in the darkness,
mm,
and that's who I think people will resonate. And I think the thing is, I would say to anybody, if you feel in the darkness, you're in the darkness. Because
mm,
I also feel that what happens is people go, "Oh, well, I wasn't in a car accident. I
mhm.
haven't experienced anything like you, so I can't read. I can't relate." And it's like, I don't know. Do you feel like you're in the darkness?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah.
Um, but that's the thing, like, I would say is, and I also hope for anybody who is, looking to share their own story
Mm,
because, that's the thing, like, I have been blessed to have friends and colleagues, tell me, like, "You know what? You've actually encouraged and inspired me to write mine."
mm. Oh,
Uh,
wow. That's huge.
oh my
Wow.
gosh, so it's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah. Mhm,
Uh, I had a student who told me, it was like, "You're gonna see me one day."
mm.
And I said, they're gonna say, "You're gonna see my book one day." And I said, "Yeah, and you can send me a check too." No, kid uh, kidding, kidding. No, I always make sure my students know that I'm joking on that part.
Yeah.
Uh, but it is like, no, that's the best. And
Mm,
for me, um, I think what I ultimately want, the best feedback I ever got. Now, this wasn't on writing, but it was on the Instagram
mhm,
that I started once I started writing this book.
mhm.
Somebody messaged me, "You have really helped me heal."
Oh, wow. Okay.
And if I could ask for any review of my writing,
Mhm.
it would be that.
Oh,
Mm.
that's amazing.
Oh my god, yes.
Uh, alright.
Again, all blown away,
Complete shift. So what else didn't actually make it into the book?
See, what all didn't make it into the book?
Mhm,
I'm trying to think. I would say, I I would say, like, there were, maybe um the more of the internal struggle
Mm, mm,
of purpose,
mhm,
um because like I think the thing is, what happened for me is I had this plan to go to Wake Forest,
mhm,
and actually the semester before, or the spring semester before my accident,
mhm.
I wrote a play.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
that play was produced at my high school.
Mhm,
And then I went to Horizon Theater, shout out Horizon Theater. Horizon Theater is a Young Playwrights Festival in Atlanta.
mhm,
And yeah, I will, and Jeff and Lisa Adler,
mm.
and Caleb, I'm sorry, Caleb, I cannot remember your last name, but you're a good man.
Ah,
They all encouraged me that I was good at it.
mm,
I had been writing creatively on my own. I had written skits for church.
mhm,
And so then I came to a moment where I go, "Oh," after my accident, it made me really go, "Do I want to follow my dream?"
mm.
Because the dream was go to Wake Forest. I didn't get into Wake Forest.
Okay.
It was like, okay, do I want to I got into Furman, and
Mhm.
I had gotten into Georgia and Oglethorpe. And I said,
Wow.
"Do I wanna pursue my dream of working for the UN,
Mhm,
or is that really my dream?"
mm,
And I think what is really left out is that self-examination where I go, "Yeah, I'm passionate about this stuff,"
mhm,
but I had selected that dream because it sounded plausible, because I was
mm.
afraid of pursuing writing.
Got it. Wow.
Yeah, and then I had, the conversation with my pastor is in the book,
Mhm,
um, but where I said, "Okay, I am not going to," because I was in between Furman and UGA,
mhm,
because I was like, "Wait, they're both good schools."
mhm,
Oglethorpe was the perfect place for me,
mhm,
but it wasn't one of, it's a great school. Love you,
mhm,
Oglethorpe. Not throwing any shade, but it's not like nationally ranked like
mm,
those. But I always say I went to Oglethorpe and I saw a guy with a conquistador hat,
mhm,
and I walking around campus, and I saw kids playing Quidditch,
mhm,
um, with broomsticks between their legs,
mhm.
and then I compared that to Furman, where all I saw was, polos and plaid
Mm.
shorts, and I was like, "I think I'm with the nerds who play, Quidditch," you know? 'Cause I am a nerd. I am not using nerd as a pejorative. Do not
No,
worry, Running Wild fans,
not
but
taking it that
good, good.
way.
I was like, no, and that was, but, like, I don't think the full struggle of that journey
Mhm,
is there, and I don't think the full,
mm.
solar plexus kick of not getting into Wake Forest is there, because,
Okay.
I mean, that was my entire junior and senior year of high school,
Mm.
is how do I get into Wake Forest?
Wow. Okay. Wow. Huh. Um, is there anything that anyone calls out that they weren't expecting that they got from it?
Uh, well, I definitely think, people do cite the humor.
Mhm,
In my meeting with my friend who had lost, a spouse, he's like, "This is, I did not think this was going to be funny."
mm,
Um, but I think the other thing, that I think people, don't expect, and I think, appreciate is honestly what was the struggle with mine, which is I my faith is a part of me and it is a
Mhm.
part of my journey,
Mhm.
but I do not want this to be a Christian book.
Got it.
I
Okay.
want this to be a book by a Christian author. Well, no, they're two, very different things, you know.
Mhm.
This is not a preachy book. This is not um, my faith is an aspect of my identity.
Mm.
And I think what I was really people were surprised by is how they connected with that,
Mhm.
even though it might not be their personal belief.
Got it.
That it wasn't that they found it they could enter into it, if
Mhm.
that makes sense.
No, it totally does. It totally
Cool.
does. Um, Now if someone starts reading it, like they go into the first 20 pages or so, what keeps them going?
The fact that they paid for it. No. Um,
Right?
well, that's me. That's me. I will finish this book. No, I think what keeps them going is, um, I think for them, it's my voice and my vulnerability.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. That makes
I
sense.
Yeah, I think like what I have heard from people, and I
Mhm.
love this, is people will be like, "It's like you're sitting down with me telling me this story."
Oh,
Um,
cool.
oh yeah, it was again moment of like, thank you, I can't believe that, but
Mhm.
it's like that is gonna keep you going, and I think the relationship that the reader builds with the character of me and rooting for him, you
Mhm.
know, and I think that should, my hope is that you are not looking to see how long it is,
Mhm.
but that you are engrossed in it,
Mhm.
you know, because I mean,
Mhm.
we've all done that. I just gotta get to when's the next chapter?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, those are the best books.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, Now, all right, last couple of questions.
absolutely.
What mood should someone be in when they sit down to enjoy this book?
Um, I would say they should be in an open mood.
Okay.
Um, I think the thing is, I wanna meet I guess that's a hard question to answer because I wanna meet everybody where they are,
Mm,
right?
mhm,
Um, and so if you're in that mode of struggling, if you're in that, sad or isolated space or depressed place, like, I
mhm,
wanna meet you there, and I want you to see, find encouragement there, but if you're not in that space, I hope you just come in and enjoy the ride,
mm,
you know? But I think, like, being open to it and then being open, that this disability memoir is not is its own thing.
mm,
Do you know
mm.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, I do. It's a standalone, but at the same time, those who are enjoying it, uh well, no, it's a standalone. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that, like, I mean, if I think if you are a disabled person, it will resonate with you, but
Mhm,
this is not, um this is not just a disability memoir. It's not just
mm,
I was disabled and then I learned, you know, I learned my lesson. Yay, you know.
yeah, right, yeah. No, it's much more than that.
Well,
It's,
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Definitely one of I think by the reader having the opportunity to go dive deep with you in that self-exploration, it opens up the doors for the readers to then also have their own self-exploration.
And that is my hope.
Mm.
You know, I I'll say this, I I think where I am right now as a writer
Mhm.
is a beautiful place
Mhm.
of, I I do not write like, right now, I'm in a place of, you know what? I may have been more anxious about the business at
Mm.
first,
Mhm. Got
but
it.
I think for me right now, I am just writing to impact,
Mm. I
you know?
love that.
Well, thank you.
Love that. Um, and with that, honestly, Will, thank you so, so, so much
Of
for being
course.
to join us during this series. For those who are watching, you can pick up Will's memoir, Getting Better. Um, there is a link to the ebook, which is on special this month for 99 cents. And
Glorious.
I want to point out that tomorrow you can also join us for a storytellers happy hour with myself, Tihi, and we're going to have a special guest, Alicia Delori, where we'll sit around and talk about, well, I guess you could say our own truths. And with that, again, Will, thank you so, so, so much.
Of course.
Um,
Thank you, Lisa, for the opportunity.
is there anything that you want to leave our viewers with?
Besides by getting better, by no, that's the most important. No, I think here is what I can tell people if I can about it.
Mhm.
A class that I am, or a workshop that I'm doing
Oh, cool. Okay.
with Famidian Group at January 31st,
Mm.
10 a.m. To 12 p.m. Eastern on it's called How to Craft a Memoir Based on Almost No Memory.
Wow.
Um, because this is my thing and this is my passion.
Mhm.
For anybody watching who is not a writer,
Mm.
share your story, share your story, share your story. Um,
Do you have a link to the class?
I can have a link very quickly.
Excellent.
Uh, yes. Um, hold on. I actually, because I actually just posted a reel. So let me. Oh, I have it right here. All right, and I guess can I put it in?
Absolutely. Please do.
Okay, let me see. I'm joining the chat, and hopefully I've got to accept. I think I'm giving. Oh, okay. Well, it said an error occurred.
Oh, weird.
I don't know. Let me try. I'll try joining with a. Nope. I don't know why.
That's so weird. What's the URL? Because I let me see if I can do it.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's a long one. Can I shoot you it as an email?
Heck, oh yeah, absolutely. If
All
you
right.
do it now, and then I'll go ahead and I'll see if I can add it into the comment section.
Yeah,
And
I will I sent it to both.
oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Let's see. Okay, this is weird.
Is it not?
goes. I no, I finally got it. It just took a very long a bit for it to go through, which is strange. Um, okay, awesome. All right, so I'm copying it. So for those watching, go and take Will's class on basically how to craft your own memoir. This should go through.
Yeah, I'm seeing it on my end.
Yeah. Oh, no, I got it. An arrow occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. Okay. Well, it went through some of them.
Yeah, I see it.
You see it? Well, that's good.
Yeah, and the good thing is it's entirely virtual. Um, and yeah, I think like I'm very excited because
Oh,
I
excellent.
I welcome the competition. Uh, no, I mean the thing is it's not about, you know, um
It's not about
anybody.
a competition. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
and I will say this, and I don't mean this in a negative thing towards selling books or anything. I mean this in the Ronan Noon, who is
Mhm,
my playwriting Obi-Wan.
mhm,
He's a glorious man. I hope he hears this. Once said to me and my fellow writers
mhm.
on our like one of our first workshops, and I won't do his Irish accent. I really want to, but out of respect for Ronan, I won't. He said, "If you're here for the money, you're in the wrong business."
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And he didn't, and honestly, what I didn't take it as you're gonna be poor. I
Mhm.
took it as that is not enough to keep you going.
Yeah, exactly. That can't be your purpose.
No.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that's what I would say is that, like, you cannot do this for the money because that's not enough to keep you going.
Mhm.
You have to do it for something else, and you will find that something else once you share your story.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I could not have said that better.
Well, thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you. Thank you.
And
Absolutely.
with that, I want to thank anyone who's been watching. If you are watching this and you're watching the recording, again, please feel free. Go ahead. I heavily encourage you to join Will's class. And again, please feel free to go ahead and pop any kind of questions that you may have into the comments section. We will be sure to forward them on to Will. And again, thank you so much. And with that, have a truly fantastic evening.
Thank you. You have a glorious evening as well. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you everyone for watching. I hope you, Lisa, and everyone has a glorious, glorious week.
Same.